Somewhere on your website right now, there's one exact step where most of your users quit, and you probably don't even know where it is. There's a simple chart that shows you exactly where, and it's called an event funnel. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be sharing you exactly how to build one and how to read it for yourself. Every major website uses one of these. It doesn't matter if you have 10 users or 10 million users, an event funnel will still give you important information. In a minute, I'll share my own funnel from one of my websites with 10,000 users, but first, let me explain what an event funnel actually is. A funnel answers one question. Where are people quitting? Between a stranger landing on your website and money hitting your bank account, there's a chain of steps that they have to complete. A funnel is just that chain written down in order with a number next to it, which tells you how many people got to that point. Every step loses people. That's universal. No product converts 100% on every step. The funnel's job is to show you exactly where you're bleeding, because that's where the biggest opportunity is hiding. Okay, how do you actually build one of these? You don't need any fancy analytics tools. I built mine custom and it's generally not a lot of code. What matters is these 3 questions. The first one is you need to pick your step. Ask yourself, what are the moments that a user needs to pass through to go from a user to becoming a paying customer? You don't want to pick too many. 5 or 6 is enough. If you pick too few, then you're not really going to see where you're bleeding. But if you pick too many, then you're going to get way too much noise. The steps must be in order and they need to be in action. It shouldn't be visited the pricing page. It needs to be started checkout or launched a campaign. Something where the user actually makes an action or an effort. The second decision is to count the users and not the events. If someone creates 10 campaigns, then you're only going to count that once because you're tracking how many people got to that step, not how busy they were. And the third decision that you need to make is to pick a time window. I picked 30 days rolling time window, and that way you're able to always compare the same slice and your funnel updates as your product changes. Then every time a user completes a step for the first time, you log it, and that's the entire system. Now, I thought it would be fun to read mine. Here is my funnel. It has 6 steps. The first step is creating an account on the website. The second one is connecting your Discord account to the website. The third one is creating a campaign. The fourth one is launching that campaign. The fifth one is creating a checkout. And the sixth one is actually paying. As you can see, every step loses at least some people, and that's expected. What you're scanning for are the steps that loses way more than the others. And on my funnel, I think 2 numbers are standing out. From launch to checkout, there's a 77% drop. 4 out of 5 people who launched a campaign never even opened our checkout page. Now, here's one important skill when you're reading one of these. You should always look at that step and compare it to the one before and to one after. Of the people who go to the checkout page, 92.5% of people actually pay. So the problem isn't that my checkout is broken, it's that people never actually get to the point of going to the checkout page. If these 2 numbers were reversed and that there were many people who went to the checkout page but not many people who paid, then that would have pointed towards another problem. Maybe a pricing shock or a broken payment form. It's the same chart, but that would have shown another problem. So it's always important to look at these in pairs. And one thing that is very important to understand, a funnel tells you where people quit, but not why. So it doesn't replace talking to users or gathering feedback or listening to what your users are actually saying. The number is the clue, but your job is to find out why it actually happens. If I add more tension to that 77% gap, then I might see it go down. So it's always important to then track your event funnel after the fact that you have added a change to see if it actually improved anything. Also, don't be scared to add one. I've seen a lot of people who don't want to add one because they don't want to face reality with their numbers. Bad numbers just means that you have more things to do, and now you actually know where to start. It's also important to realize that funnels do have blind spots. They are only going to tell you if they complete the events, but not if they actually stay in the future and continue to use your product. But for that, you'll need another chart called a cohort retention chart. And I'm actually making a video about that soon. And in the meanwhile, check out the video that just popped up on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one.